Well, cheers, and how do you do, buckaroos, and how the heck are you doing something different today? We're going to call this Whiskey and Wine Wednesday with the Whiskey Whisper, because I don't know near enough about wine. I do call myself the Wine Whisperer. Don't know enough about wine to call myself the Wine Whisperer, is what I was trying to say. Selection Estate Series Crescendo Corvina Classico di Veneto Red Wine Vin Rouge. That's all it says, man. There's no where it was done, anything, no ABV on it. The only thing I know about this wine, well, it was from my boss at the time at the brewery. He gave a bottle to everybody at the Christmas party a year and a half ago. So I've had it. I don't know how old it was before I got it. I know I've had it for about a year, well, almost 2 years actually. It was like the first weekend in December, so I've had it for almost 2 years as I do this video. So a year and a half, I didn't realize how, yeah, it was, wait a minute. Anyways, yeah, it was like the first weekend in December when we had the Christmas party. And it's the end of September as I do this video, so not quite 2 years, but a little more than a year and a half, too. So I opened it today because why not? I've had it for a year and a half. Let's do something with it. I made some spaghetti and meatballs for dinner. Um, Made the sauce myself. A simple kind of rustic spaghetti meatballs, rustic sauce. I just used some diced tomatoes, some fresh garlic, basil, a few other herbs. Just kind of made a rustic sauce. Cooked the spaghetti, threw it in there with it. I baked the meatballs. I threw the spaghetti on top, drizzled some olive oil, put everything in, tossed it, and voila, there it was. Oh, I just lost my light. My light just burned out on me as I was speaking. Shit a biscuit. Well, I opened up the garage door because I didn't want to let the damn bugs in. But I didn't have enough light, so and then my light goes out on me. So I wouldn't be sitting here in the damn dark had I not opened the door. Oh, I picked up my whiskey. I had to pick up the wine. I picked up the whiskey. So I'm going to do some whiskey, some wine and whiskey, but I'm going to drink all of the wine first. And I'm going to show you the glass here. I don't know if you can see it that well there, but you can here. This is a matching set. It has the wine glasses, some cognac glasses, or snifters, I guess I should say, and some margarita glasses. I don't know why that particular combination, but that's what it was. These are some of my mom's glasses that she gave to me a few years back when she was moving out of her house into an assisted living. And I'll be honest with you guys, I don't know a damn thing about wine, so I'm going to approach this as I would a beer and give you notes in that manner because I don't know enough about wine. I will tell you, I had a glass with my spaghetti dinner, and it tasted damn fine. Blackberry. I feel like I'm getting blackberry on the nose, along with some dark overripe plum. Slight hint of oak. What day drink? I'm gonna call it semi-dry. Finishes rather dry, but not sandpaper dry. I've had drier wines. Um, Not being familiar with wine. Again, I'm gonna come at it as I would a craft beer. Finish is slightly tart. I feel like I'm getting some black cherry notes in there as well, along with some tart cherry notes. Yolk is more present on the palate than it was the nose, and I also feel like I'm getting just the slightest hint of peppery spice at the end. Other flavors, I feel like I'm getting just a little bit of. Oh, I'm doing another drink. I had it there. I'm going to say it again. One more drink, just for fun, just because we can. Yeah, again, I mentioned the cherry notes. I also feel like I'm pulling some pear out of there. It's not bad. Like I said, I mean, I'm certainly no wine expert by any means. So, as somebody with some knowledge of wine, would certainly pull out more notes than I am getting. It tastes fine to me. I don't know quality wise what it is. I mean, I honestly couldn't tell you. I know it tastes good to me. That's all I can tell you. And that's the funny thing is that the more pretentious we get, we tend to lose sight of that. But yeah, I see that in a lot of pretension in the craft beer world, is people tend to lose sight as well, it just doesn't taste good. Uh, Folks spend so much time trying to pick it apart and get the flavors. I think we've lost sight. In many ways, we're becoming wine snobs in the craft beer world rather than just enjoying the beer like we once did. All of a sudden, we're looking for specific things. If it's not there, somehow it's bad. Bottom line is, we're not wine snobs. We shouldn't even try to be wine snobs. We should go back to just enjoying the beer. So there you go. That's my thoughts on that. Because quite frankly, I know somebody with more wine chops than I could probably find some flaws in this because they're looking for them. And I think that's what a lot of beer geeks have become. They've they've given up trying to just enjoy the beer, and their only intention is to find a flaw in something. The bottom line is there probably is some flaws in this, but because I don't know enough to look for them, it just tastes good. And by golly, why shouldn't it just be that simple? So there you go. As beer geeks, we should, or wine or whiskey geeks for that matter, we should quit trying to find flaws in things and just enjoy everything for what they are. So there you go. That's not to say there aren't flaws and stuff, and that's not to say we're not going to notice them. But a lot of these flaws don't exist for one reason. And some of them are very minute that you're only finding them because you're specifically looking for them. We should go back to just enjoying the beer like we once did. So there you go. As I am enjoying this wine that I know absolutely nothing about. Cheers. I kind of wanted to break my mom's glasses in. I've had them for years, but I haven't used them. Um, just got them unboxed and got them displayed, and quite frankly, I just wanted to use them to kind of reminisce a little bit. So there you go. It doesn't list the ABV on this wine. That damn squirrel's checking his nuts at me again. It doesn't list ABV. If I had to guess, I'd guess it at about 11%. By how I felt after that glass I had with my dinner. But hey man, I don't know. Could be 9, could be 12. Hell, it could be 15 for that matter. But I'm gonna guess it at about 11. So there you go. Let me approach this like I would a beer, as now as I've drank some and let it warm up. I didn't decant it. You should probably decant the wine. I didn't decant it. I did open it, let it breathe for about 30 minutes before I poured it, but no, I didn't decant it because I'm just not that snobby, man. So I'm gonna stick with my earlier assessment of blackberry on the nose. Again, overripe plum that I mentioned earlier. I feel like I'm getting something else, but I haven't quite pinpointed it. And it felt like the owl in the Tootsie Roll commercial. A one, a two, a three, a three. Because I just felt like finishing that sucker right at that moment. So there you go. So let's set that down. Let's put that down. near the end. I've had this since the end of March, so I've had this for a while. But I'm getting a little sad because it's almost done, man. It's almost gone, and I'm feeling a little misty about this. Four Roses single barrel from Doctor's Orders, a Doctor's Orders blend. I'm going to let you see that there. Well, that's in the way. Let you go. There you go. Take a look at that. Trying to get that where you can see it the most. That's as good as I can get it. There we go. OBSV. Doctor's Orders is a very fine liquor store just on the edge of Rogers, Arkansas. So there you go. Let me show you this glass again. There's a little snifter I haven't had a chance to use in a while, so I figured what the hell. You can use a snifter for bourbon again. Why not? I've got an 1.5 ounce neat in here. This is a very spicy blend, and I've said this when I've talked about this whiskey before, is that the owner had told me that they wanted a spicy blend. They wanted a high rye blend, so that's what they picked out, a high rye blend. However, even saying that, a lot of the spice in this also comes from the barrel. Picking up a lot of dark fruit on the nose, kind of date. Almost like a candied cherry, like a maraschino cherry kind of note too as well. It's delectable. It's great. Yeah, I mean, I've had this before. Obviously, I'm right near the end of it. I'm kind of proud that I've had it. Let's see. April, May, June, July, August, September. I've had it for 6 months, man. I can't believe I've had this for 6 months. I mean, I've had other whiskeys around, so it's not like I had this and was, but I did have others. But still in all, I mean, I've had it for 6 months, man. That's pretty good. Well, because I typically do what I'm doing right now. I poured myself 1.5 ounces to 2 ounces, and then I put it away. And if I had other whiskeys and if I wanted other whiskeys that day, I kind of worked my way down the food chain. But typically when I drink whiskey, there are some exceptions to the rule, don't get me wrong, but typically I'll have one and then I become an Irish alcoholic and switch to beer. Anyway. Damn, this is good. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you guys could notice it, but I mean, obviously, I mean, this isn't a bourbon that you do that with, and it's not cheap. Don't get me wrong, but it's not expensive either. I mean, this was only $35 a bottle. So to put that in a little perspective, this single barrel Four Roses is about the same price as, say, Gentleman Jack. Now, I'm not saying Gentleman Jack isn't a decent whiskey, but for my palate, I prefer this one. I'm not going to say better because I think the word better implies quality. And I don't know if it's a more quality whiskey, although I'm leaning in that direction. But I think it is more nuanced. I think it's more complex. I think it has a deeper flavor profile than the Gentleman Jack. I think the Gentleman Jack is very distinct. That I will say, but I think for the money, this is the whiskey I would prefer. Now, this is 100 proof, and it's been a while since I've had the Gentleman Jack, but I'm pretty sure it's 90. So again, I mean, for about that same price point, I find it hard for me to want to purchase the Gentleman Jack when I can purchase, maybe not the store barrel pick, but I could buy the single barrel Four Roses for about the same price as, again, the Gentleman Jack. For me, this is just a superior whiskey. So there you go. I do like these glasses. They're kind of nice, right? I don't know if they were expensive or not. And I know they weren't cheap by, working class standards back in about, I don't know, the late 70s when my dad bought them for my mom. But I also know that they're probably not, Trump-worthy glasses. uh, yeah. And they're good glasses for me because they're the only snifters I own that don't have a brand on. See, that's how working class I am. I think a good glass is something with a, I've got a good snifter. It's got somebody's label. Here, I've got one over here. Everybody can pull it out here. Oh, I had another one of these over here. Didn't realize I had one out here, man. Oh yeah, here we go. Here's the show. This just my idea of a good snifter. Says Martell. So, that's the only one I don't have a brand on it. So there you go. Geez, biscuits. I decided not to play music on this video. Some of you may notice. Where's the music, Tom? Because I went through my last few videos. So I went through. I put music in a whole bunch of them, and not all of them got flagged, or for copyright offenses. And I tried to put disclaimers on there, but then recently I had one that was blocked completely on YouTube. So I said, screw it. I guess I'm gonna have to go back to not putting the music. I like having the music in the background because I like to do my videos as if we're all sitting in a pub, bar, tavern, saloon, speakeasy somewhere. You know what I'm saying? So it's nice to have the music in the background, but since everybody wants to be a dickhead about something. Hey, listen, I get I don't own their rights. I get that musicians deserve to be paid. I agree with that fully. However, here's the part that bugs me is that I'm playing your tune. I mean, it's off of my Spotify or my Pandora or whatever it is, and people are hearing it. So because they're able to hear it, they may go out and purchase it. No, they may not. But without hearing it, they're not going to at all. But I know for a damn fact that I'm playing music that a lot of people listening to me have not heard before. So I'm exposing them to new music. So maybe some people will be grateful to, be a little grateful. I'm giving folks an opportunity to listen to your music. How about you not being an ass about it? Anyway, of course, in fairness to the artist, it's not the artist complaining; it's whoever the record label is. So, but still, even I'm giving folks an opportunity to hear the music that they wouldn't otherwise have. So, how about everybody just lighten the frick up? Anyway, as I end this video off of a glass of wine. 6 ounces of wine and an ounce and a half of bourbon. We're gonna call it a day. It is a day. Anyway, it's a day, Tom. It's a day. Anyway, I am Don Whiskey Whisperer. Thank you for joining me for Wine and Whiskey Wednesday, my very first. Probably my last, but it is my first nonetheless. I'm the Whiskey Whisperer, Whiskey Evangelist, prolific whiskey drinker. Wisdom man. Delectable. All around good guy. Remember, folks, life is serious. Wine and whiskey shouldn't be. Drop the pretentiousness. Let everybody enjoy what they want, when they want, the way they want it, without somebody being an asshat about it. One more time with feeling. One more time. Anyway, tried to be serious once. It didn't really work for me. I just can't sustain the seriousness. I can't sustain it. I can hold it for about a minute and a half, but I can't sustain it. Then I go to irreverence and frivolity. Anyway, I'm Tom the Oh, I'm not today. I'm Tom the Whiskey Whisperer, who was also enjoying the wine. Whiskey Evangelist, prolific whiskey drinker. Where was the man? Cheese biscuits all around, good guy.